on trials. So the evidence that can be introduced into a trial should have some finite and determinable parameters. The notion that the state comes here and asks jurors to put somebody to death suggests that they have completed an investigation that warrants that co-signing, co-signature. To suggest that, okay, there are a lot of things that we could have done and we didn't do, and if you ask about it, we're going to go do it and introduce it while the proceedings ensue, is not only an ambush, but it's an insult to the process. They're saying that they have the evidence. Now, the state can get up there and say, hey, the defense is making some ridiculous cross-examination and we don't have everything because what we have is enough, which is when they bring an indictment of this nature, of any indictment, they're saying we have enough now.
Hi everyone, I am your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see what this video is going to be about, I think this is my second video on the YNW MELLY trial. I haven't been following it like verbatim in detail, just bits and pieces here and there on, I think, the legal channel that's on YouTube. So I encourage you all, if you have some downtime, look at it, but do your own research, all of that stuff, etc., etc. But I believe his legal team is strong. So, but before I continue with my discussion, commentary, and opinion, I need for you all to like, share, subscribe to The Mix, like, share, subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, you will be supporting my channel big time, and I appreciate the support. And subscribing is free 99, free to support. Another way you can support is dropping a comment and liking this video, dropping a comment, liking, and also to listening to this video from beginning to end. Yes, I won't keep you all long, hopefully. Okay, lastly, another way you can support my channel is by donating. Head on over to the description section and you will find my Cash App information and also my Zelle information. That way you can donate. All donations go towards content enhancement creation. I appreciate you all in advance. All donations for content enhancement creation, it could be $1, $2, I don't care. I'm not a picky person, but again, it's for me to enhance my channel overall, from technology and just it takes resources to up it some levels. But yeah, thank you all in advance for your support, financial support, donations in terms of enhancing my content for on the mix. So, but yeah, drop a comment and listen to this video. So let me go ahead and share a clip with you all. I haven't been following this verbatim, but I've been jumping in, tapping in, connecting here and there. And although YNW MELLY is pretty interesting because this is a double murder trial, and I don't know, a lot of people are saying he did that ish. So I'm not here to judge or whatever, but I'm just bringing this information to you based off of my research and review of different media sources, and then also watching YouTube, that legal channel that's on YouTube, and that's actually hosting the court process. So, but yeah, let me go ahead and share this clip, and I will be giving my feedback as I play the clip. But his legal team, if he did what they said he did, this is how attorneys should be. And like I said before, if you head on over to my video section and go over some of my Tory Lanez videos, R. Kelly videos, even non-celebrity related videos, Travis Rudolph videos, I'm telling you, when it comes to prosecutorial tactics, when I say color inside the lines, this is what I mean when you have an attorney, a legal team who advocates on your behalf, whether you did it or not. Like I said, whether you did it or not, your legal team that you hire is supposed to advocate for you tooth and nail, period. That's how it goes. If the prosecution is doing something illegal, something questionable, then that's basically setting the stage for an unfair trial, for the defendant, miscarriage of justice, mistrial, possibly all of that, because there are rules to this. There are rules. This is chestnut checkers. So you can't just be making up stuff from a prosecutorial perspective, from a state perspective, federal government perspective. You can't be making up stuff as you go along during a trial and this and that and doing what you want to do out of order. No, that ain't how it works. So if you have a strong legal team who probably has good trial experience or just high intellect when it comes to trials and did their homework and know how to present in front of a jury, even if you did that ish, you will get off. I'm just keeping it real. But this is chestnut checkers. The government, as far as the United States Constitution is concerned, it's scales of balance. It's scales of balance. This is, again, chestnut checkers, and everyone's supposed to follow the rules. The prosecutors, the defense attorneys, which is the private attorney, and then the judge is the referee, like I said. I gave an example in the Boosie situation, his case, where it's like basketball. You have the opposing teams, two teams, and then you have a referee who is the judge. And the judge says yay or nay and allow this and that. And then, you have teams pointing out they did this, they did that, this is right, this is not right, they not following the rules, all of that. So let me go ahead and head on over to and show you this audio. But here we go.
Research, and quite frankly, I've only candidly found a case. It's in the 4th DCA, but it concerns.
Okay, you guys, this is YNW MELLY's, his legal team speaking. And I don't know if you can really hear this. Oh my gosh, it's kind of echoish. And this channel is on YouTube. It's Law Crime. So they're airing it. But this is YNW MELLY's legal team, and they are fire. They are fire. They're doing what they need to do for their client, whether he did it or not. I'm not here to argue his guilt or innocence, but I'm just impressed and fascinated with his legal team. And there's another clip I want to show you all too. I think opening arguments, they came out swinging, man. But here you go. Hopefully you all can hear it.
Civil matter, and it speaks of the need for the cover cut off to avoid the very term I use, ambush and surprise, and that when a party conducts itself in a way as to ambush there to get the benefit of that. These trials, we understand, life goes on beyond trials. So the evidence that can be introduced into a trial should have some finite and determinable parameters. The notion...
Let me stop right there, pause it real quick. Ooh, this attorney is... Oh, I'm telling you all, impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed by the way he's delivering his message, parameters, all of that. Think about, just listen carefully. Even if you have to Google some terms, do that. I do. I don't care. I Google. I'm an informationalist. I love it. I love to find out what different terms mean, what this mean, and try to break it down so I can gain an understanding for myself. And I encourage you all to do the same as well, especially when you are tuning into a variety of different legal cases, whether it be civil or criminal. But yeah, let me go ahead and continue.
That the state comes...
Oh, okay. And really quickly, this clip is they're stating that the judge reprimanded the prosecution, you guys. Today is Wednesday. The judge reprimanded the prosecution. So this YNW MELLY's legal team is responding to the prosecution tactics. That's basically what this is. But the judge reprimanded them. And when I told you guys, I tell you all, it's about color inside the lines. I don't care if the person got caught red-handed. There's rules of law to follow. I'm telling you, even for the guilty people, they have to have a right to a fair trial. Don't get mad at me. The founders of the United States Constitution, that's what they said. So that needs to be applied to everyone fairly, even if you're guilty, even if the person is guilty. So even if the party is guilty. Let me continue.
Here and asks jurors to put somebody to death suggests that they have completed an investigation that warrants that co-signing.
Rewind that back if you all have to. Remember, and I have that going on in my little slideshow, how the judge approved that the prosecutors could go for the death penalty with this with YNW Melly's case, because it all go back to my video section. I don't think that was right or fair. Like I said, the judge is a referee. I heard they stated the judge reprimanded the prosecutors because of what they were doing. But let me continue. But just hold those thoughts. Just think about, rewind this if you have to, about what his attorney is stating. You want a jury to sign off on a death penalty when you working all outside of the parameters of prosecution. Nah, that means my client not getting a fair trial, because you doing what you want to do. You're not following the rules of law. Here we go.
To suggest that, okay, there are a lot of things that we could have done and we didn't do, and if you ask about it, we're going to go do it and introduce it while the proceedings ensue, is not only an ambush, but it's an insult to the process.
Woo! You heard that? It's an ambush. Not only an ambush, it's an insult to the process, meaning the judicial process, the legal process. I'm telling you all, this is chess, not checkers. You can't, even from a prosecutorial perspective, they can't just be throwing darts, making up charges here and there, this and that, then creating a narrative, then as they go along, you still investigate. Nah, that ain't how it's supposed to work. Let me continue.
They're saying that they have the evidence. Now, the state can get up there and say, hey, the defense is making some ridiculous cross-examination and we don't have everything, because what we have is enough, which is when they bring an indictment of this nature, of any indictment, they're saying we have enough now, beyond a reasonable doubt. But what they cannot do is, as these proceedings go forward, continue to investigate and plug holes that we reveal to exist as the process goes on until this case goes to verdict. I'm not quite sure when this would end or how there is even a gatekeeping function of the court if there is no gate and there is no fence and there are no lines and no parameters of propriety. The state is making a representation by bringing this indictment that they are ready and they have proof beyond a reasonable doubt. And if that proof beyond a reasonable doubt also includes areas of investigation that were not pursued, then they should explain to a jury why it was not pursued and why the failure to pursue it does not undermine their case. They don't get to keep plugging holes as the proceedings go forward. And so, as the Fourth Circuit said, that is ambush. And the purpose of, the Fourth DCA said that is ambush. And the purpose of a discovery deadline is to avoid surprise, avoid ambush, and a party that engages in that ought not to get the benefit of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Just briefly, I would mention that defense isn't yet to provide any reciprocal discovery, but alluded to some yesterday that they were looking at Instagram posts and everything that had happened as recently as this week, but yet they have provided nothing to the state. So if there's any deadline of any sort that needs to be imposed on both parties.
Thank you. Counsel, my understanding is that's the way it works, is that it's not Richardson violations apply to both sides, doesn't apply to just one side. It's deadlines apply to both sides. And there's the obligation to that's not what we're talking about.
We apologize. The printers decided to start working. Let's work on it. I'm sorry.
I apologize. What I was saying is that whatever obligations that are imposed would be applicable to both sides when there's a discovery cutoff or not. My thought is as to the discovery cutoff, you can keep investigating the case however you feel fit, and you're more than welcome to do that. However, that doesn't mean that anything you find can be used at trial as evidence. This thing with Mr. Moretti, where when I'm out of town on vacation, you're asking the detective, or he's offering, I'm not really sure how it happened, to continue and run this through another process and the defense doesn't know about it. The defense
information that we all should be privy to, and I'm glad that this is being hosted on this channel, and I'm glad to be able to read. This is Chestnut Checkers. But if you go head on over to Law Crime, to this channel, they have like a break. It's not a breakdown, but they have the entire clip. This is from Law Crime's channel. My point is that YNW Melly's legal team is fire. It's solid. And I think they asked for a mistrial last week. The other attorney that's on his team, he has a full, legal team. I think it's 2 or 3 of them. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, haven't been following this verbatim. Okay, you guys, so what are your thoughts? Drop a comment, like this video, share this video. I just had to hop right on here really quickly because I was just impressed and fascinated by it. And I've been hearing things here and there about his team of attorneys like they not playing. And this is how legal representation works. I'm telling you guys, it is. And as I stated before in previous videos, it's chestnut checkers. You have to color inside the lines. All legal counsel, whether you be on a prosecutor's side or if you are a defense attorney, everything applies both, like the rules of law, that it should be followed fairly and justly, and the judge is the referee to either reprimand one team or the other or both, so this is how it goes. But when it comes to having a defense attorney for whatever matter you're going through, whether it be criminal law, whether it be civil law, even if it's intellectual property law, and that's like with the trademark, copyright, all of that, sometimes that stuff can go to trial as well. Or look at Beyonce. She's fighting the IRS on a court. So even a tax attorney, employment law, you might have an issue with an employer. Employment law, they need to come out fighting tooth and nail. That's what you pay them for. You pay them to have their stuff in order and present a strong argument to the state, to the courts, as to my client is innocent in this sense. Especially when it comes to criminal case, the burden of proof rests on the state, the federal government, the prosecutors. So I am just impressed and fascinated by this. YNMW, I be calling them something else. I don't know, you guys, but whatever. So this is just not just, like I said, not even just this type of case. Other cases too. I tap into non-celebrity cases, especially when I have the time to bring certain content to you guys. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video. Again, it's free to like, it's free to share, and it's definitely free to subscribe. Go ahead and smash that subscription button. To those who are digitally passing by, I appreciate you all. I hope this information found you well. Drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. How do you think YNW's legal team is? How they're presenting their arguments to the jury? Because that's who it matters to, the jury, because he has a jury trial. That's who it matters to. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.